Hey everybody, welcome and thank you for tuning in to The Skeptic and the Psychic with Shay Carroll and Psychic Gen B. Come join us every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, welcome to The Skeptic and the Psychic with Shay Carroll and Miss Psychic Gen B.
Hey,
My
everyone.
messenger is going nuts. Sorry, I stumbled there. I know your name and I know my own name, obviously, but big shout out to Michelle, first one in chat. Second one in chat is, of course, Wolf, but big shout out to the first one in chat always, so.
Hey, Michelle. Hey, Wolf. Hey, look, Shay's in there. I like that girl.
She's a bitch. Who are you kidding?
I mean, lady. She's not a girl. She's a lady. She's a lady with a potty mouth.
Yeah, well, yeah, it sums me up.
I like her. I like her a lot. I like her a lot. So what have you been doing this weekend?
I've been sick for like a week. I've had a migraine and it's making my stomach sick. So I actually, for once, rested a lot this weekend.
Well, good. I can meditate you some Reiki energy when we get off, but I'm going to ask if you, with your permissions, I'd like to send my healing master and my psychic surgeon, which are spirit guides, to help you with your headache.
It's not my headache right now. It's my stomach, but
They can help you with whatever you need as long as because free will, you have to say that's okay.
oh, I know. Last Sunday, I have to give it, even though she's not in chat and she's busy, she might not be listening. I have to give a big shout out to Kelly McCarville, the love of our lives, both of us.
We love her. We love her so much.
Before we even announced that I was sick, she was PMing me. Oh my God, you sound like crap. Can I have permission to send you some Reiki? What's wrong? So I got through the show last Sunday, but it's been over a week with this migraine and it's crazy.
Well, double Reiki should help it. Have you been drinking water? I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, look.
Yeah?
Constantly. I get migraines though.
Yeah, I hear you. I get them too. And not so much since I started working with my gifts. Psychics, Shay.
Don't think we dropped the F-bomb already. We're 4 minutes in. No F-bombs yet.
Hey, it's got to be said sooner or later. Kim!
This Kim. Hey, Kim.
We should say it together like Norm. Ready?
Yeah, like
1,
the cheers.
2, 3. Kim!
Everybody knows her name.
Where everybody knows your name.
Matt's hearing dollar signs in his head every time we sing a song that is not royalty free.
Oh, Matt, but everybody knows your name. I'm sure Matt's listening.
Well, Matt has some personal stuff going on, and
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
he was out of town last I knew, and I don't see any hearts for him yet, but I don't see any from anybody. So
I do.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't see him right now, so
make sure you guys heart the show. Wolf has, so woohoo!
all right, yeah, like I said, I don't know. It might just be me, but it's Matt's business, not ours.
Right.
Matt's family needs some prayers right now, so.
Yep, so send some love that way.
Yeah, more than my migraine. That family needs some love.
Well, that's the magical and wonderful gift of guides, is they can be, once we're free of our meat suit, you know, as spirit, we can be a million places all at once and be aware. So we can definitely send you healing energy as well as Matt and his family healing energy and good vibes for sure.
Yeah.
Same time. Simultaneously.
I have to say, before we go any further, I get so confused because I run, for anybody that doesn't understand, I run Spreaker on my side for the show, and it shows a little tiny chat, but you can't really scroll or anything. It's just what it is.
Yeah, that dashboard.
Opposite of what my phone is. That's why I can be Paranormal Buzz and Shay at the same time. So I get so confused, like trying to look.
Well, let's not confuse Shay.
No. It's so easily done. Shay does not need to be confused.
Well, and tonight you're going to be asking me questions, so.
Oh, yeah.
I know I can't look at chat.
I'm chat girl tonight. All right, I got it.
In the hizzy.
In the hizzy.
We decided to brave the pouring down rain here in NorCal and head out to this afternoon to grab some last minute Christmas gifts. If you guys don't know, my husband's name is Scott, and Scott's parents are the kind of people that literally don't need anything. So they will tell you.
Must be freaking nice.
Yeah, must be. But they will tell you, don't buy us anything. But how much fun is that not to have something to unwrap on Christmas? So we decided to try and go find them some little something.
Yeah.
You know, so we found they all have apples as well, because you always give me a bad time for me having an iPhone. Everybody else in PBR has Androids. But so iPhone's got this really great, I don't know if Samsung does it. I'm sure that if they don't, that they're going to do it. Or you can just lay your phone on a charging station. And we found these cute little charging stations. I don't know if I'm allowed to say where. Rhymes with Ols. And you just set your phone on it. And it's like, well, that's perfect, you know. If we decide to give it to your mom, she can set it on the bar at her house where she normally charges her phone. If we decide to give it to your dad, he can set it on his desk at work. So that's a good gift, right, for somebody that has everything?
Yeah, I think so. If they don't have it, that's so convenient.
Yeah, easy peasy. And I can't remember what the other thing we got was. Top mouse handy. You know, just, it's hard. It's hard. I try to usually get her some costume jewelry, his mom, because I know she likes to, you know, wear necklaces. I say costume jewelry because it's not, you know, sterling silver or gold, you know.
Oh, wait a minute. Not to interrupt you, although that's what I'm good at, but...
Go for it, sister.
Wolf's in chat right now, so before he leaves, I want to make sure. Wolf sent a care package to Sis Paranormal.
Nice.
Jewelry box and a couple necklaces and some Christmas cards, and I just want to publicly thank him.
Wow. That's awesome, Wolf. That's so nice. Showing Sis Paranormal some love.
Yeah, so.
I think that's real nice of him.
Yeah.
Real nice. So my birthday's in March, Wolf. And I like Harry Potter.
I like how you say wolf.
Do I say it weird? Do I say it with kind of a Okie accent? I probably do.
You say it like a dog would. Wolf. Wolf.
Probably. And you know what else I say? Something else I say weird is pen.
Massachusetts? Oh, wait.
That too. And there was another word I said I couldn't say the other day. Pat. Like, I don't say pet your dog, I say pat your dog. And that's all from being raised by Southerners.
Yeah, see, to me, that sounds right. That pat, I can do both. I mean, from Mass and New Hampshire, it's kind of either or.
They're your pet, but you pat them. Right? You pat them on the head. You pat them on their
I'm from Mass. I say everything wrong, so.
Well, I like the way you say your R's. It's real nice. Hey, boy, stop putting that word in the chat. Massachusetts.
Just say it short like I do. Massholes.
Well, I'm not from there. It could be offensive if I said massholes.
Oh, do you say Sunday or Sunday? I don't even know how to pronounce it different.
That's a good one. Sunday. I think I say it with a Y. Sunday.
Yeah, I think I pronounce Y's. It's R's I don't pronounce, right?
Well, you pronounce them right to me just fine. I like the way you say it.
Sunday. See, but then again, Michelle's kind of new here. Not new enough. We recognize her, so not that new, but I also pronounce bear and bear the same way. So people like, are you talking about you like drinking a beer, or are you drinking a grizzly bear? Like, there's no difference to me.
I'm drinking a grizzly bear. Bear and beer. I think
See, ice cream Sunday and the day of the week Sunday is the same to me. So Michelle, you'll have to let me know.
Sunday.
It's the same
that's
to
true.
Me.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the first time I've been asked that either, so I don't know.
Well, just like night and knight. Even if it has a K in front of it, it's still night.
See, hey, Nicole. My partner in crime. Yeah, but everybody laughs at me. They're like, bear or beer. I'm like, it's the same friggin' word. No, it's spelled different. Well, coming out of my mouth, it's the same word. If you don't know the difference between grizzly beer and I'm drinking a beer, that's on you, not me.
I'm just saying, if Shay's saying it, it's definitely about sudsy beer, right?
It's definitely about Coors Light, Bud Light, one of the two.
Yeah, it's definitely about something she drinks.
If I say I saw an effing beer, then you know.
It growled at her.
Yeah.
And has fur and big claws.
Yeah. So. We played this game last night. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say it, but...
Say it.
We started off, we were going to play Would You Rather.
Okay.
And we switched it because it was just the... It was the semi-clean version is what I think they called it. So it was kind of boring, and the scorekeeping was... So we switched this other game, which I think Nicole bought me, things, and we played that last night, and every single one of my answers were dirty, and my kids were not having any part of it.
I want to play that game, Dirty Minds. You know what we should do? We should have a group show where we play Dirty Minds.
Yeah.
Because if we all have the game, is the dog barking?
She's crying. Keep talking. She wants to be tucked. She's on her bed. She wants to be tucked in. I can't help it. She's
spoiled, rotten dog.
Yeah, so I can't hear you, but keep talking about Dirty Minds. I know everything there is to know about Dirty Minds.
I don't know the game, though. Tuck your dog in. Tuck your dog in. So I'm just saying... Okay, I'm saying, you guys, and you guys tell me what you think. So I know you've got to pull cards. It's a game you pull cards out of. So if everybody from the network purchased the game, I mean, what is it, like $20? and then we had a group show, and we've all purchased the games, we all have the cards, then we could play. Because you're reading the cards off to each other, right?
I missed the first part of that, but if they're like any other, if we all have the same thing, then yes. Like,
yeah.
We each pick a card, so why not?
Yeah. So if we all have, buy the game.
Matthew Waddell, if you're listening, Christmas is in like, I can't count.
11 days.
That far away. 11 days, thank you. So buy all the hosts the same game, and we can all play. And,
that would be
then
fun.
Benji can play his Irish drinking game music.
Yeah, oh, I love that music. Yeah, Michelle says she loves it. I think it'd be funny. And since we're all extremely immature, I think our audience would love it. Because if they know us, they know that, we act like 15-year-old boys quite often. And they'll totally be down with it. I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, why not?
And we could get people in the chat to play too, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I sometimes the last drinking show we had is a while back, and we called it a drink. I wasn't drinking. Like tonight I'm drinking water and coffee, but
drinks.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about grounding and using your aura. And I feel like this is a group activity. And the reason I say that is because, you guys have all heard me say that for a long time, I always heard you ground with your feet, you ground with your feet. And then I learned how to ground with my root chakra. And I was like, oh, this is how you ground. So I know I have videos on my YouTube channel, Psychic Jen B with one N. Shameless self-promotion. But I thought we'd talk about it. So if you are listening with somebody, grab them and put it on speaker if you got somebody close. Because I'm going to explain it to you the way it was taught to me. And you will be like so surprised. So before we learn how to ground, what you want to do is you want to stand up with somebody across from you. That's why I was telling you, let's get Kate. Let's make Kate help. Because I was going to have you do it to her.
Yeah, she's unavailable tonight. So.
Excuse me. So
try.
Not shoving, not pushing somebody down like they stole your lunch money or you're going to steal theirs, but just kind of give a little shove on that person's shoulders and have them do it back to you. And so I'll just describe what happened. I guess that's the best way. When we did it, well, a little shove on the shoulders kind of throws your body back just a little bit. You might kind of stumble. You might feel a little whoa. But so I'm going to give everybody a second to try it. Tell me when you tried it. I'm making you try it, so try it. If you're not going to try it, just lie to me in chat. She's just turning her head. She won't even look at me. She's shaking it and laughing. So it's just, a little love tap of a shove.
Yeah, just a bare, yeah. I remember the story about your son, so that's how I know where you're going with this.
Well, when you do it, you'll feel what it feels like. Okay? Now, your root chakra. It's in a little bit of a different place for men than it is for women, but not too different. It's about, so if you know where your pelvic bone is, if you're a guy, it's about 3 fingers above your pelvic bone. If you're female, it's about maybe the width of your hand, so 4 fingers and a thumb above your pelvic bone. Man,
I have so many comments right now, but it'd be so good.
I know. This is why we got to play Dirty Minds.
Yeah. So
if you picture a source of energy, all right, it's in the middle of your body. She's laughing. She's trying not to spit out her water. You have a source of energy there. And if it helps to give it a color, it's commonly seen as the color red. And it spins clockwise. But this is interesting because is it spinning clockwise if it's from the back? No, I don't know. So energy moves. So it's a ball of energy and it moves. So everybody close your eyes real quick. We're going to visualize this. All right. She's covering up her eyes with her hands. Now, with a deep breath in, as you exhale, imagine, say, a fire hose. Okay, so imagine a fire hose going down from this energy spot. And if you're sitting down, it's going to go through your chair, through your couch, through the floor, through the soft dirt on the ground, down into the sand, down into the rocks, down into crystals, through magma, all the way down into the center of the earth. Now picture that fire hose wrapping around the center of the earth. After you do this, you guys can change whatever your grounding tube looks like. For me, I'm a water sign, so my grounding tube is fluid. It kind of moves around. If you're an earth sign, it may be better for you to picture it as a rock or as a tree stump. Shay, what would you picture yours as?
I don't know what my sign is.
Well, just like when you imagine what is going to ground me, what's going to make me secure to the earth. She's thinking.
I don't know.
Do, do, do.
I have no idea. You should have told me the right answers before we could. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's because it's going to be different for everybody. So, like my son, my youngest son, E, his is kind of a fluid, movable tube like mine is, but he sees his as red and green striped.
Yeah, see, I've never pictured that, so I have no idea.
I mean, mine, I guess, is kind of clear, but has sparkles in it because I'm a little bit sparkly. I see them as being magic. So the point is it can be whatever you want. Because now what you're going to do is take that tube you've sent down and you're going to expand it so it's wrapped all the way around your hips. And pretend you're doing a hula hoop. Stand up and pretend you're doing a hula hoop. Come on, Shay. And you can feel the energy around you now. Shay, you're supposed to be participating so you can tell people how it feels.
Shay was very honest about this episode. Shay cannot do this live on air.
You can't ground? Okay, all right. So once you ground, and like I said, if you're pretending like you kind of in a hula hoop, you'll be able to feel that energy around you. Now stand back up and do the little pushing exercise again. But even if you didn't have somebody to do it with, you'll feel a different energy. You're now controlling your body with your hips. I mean, as we all should do anyways. But because this tube is now surrounding you and really has you connected to the center of the earth. So what are your questions, Shay? I'm sure you got millions of them.
No, I'm with you so far. I'm trying to compare this to other forms of grounding and meditation and blah, blah, blah that I've heard. So.
And blah, blah, blah. I'm glad I have your support here, Shay.
You do, because I was very interested in hearing about this, but, it's just, I think it works differently for everybody. That's why I want to take it all in and before I give my opinion. I'm just, I'm with you so far, though.
So I know we're a little bit behind as far as in when we can see or when our listeners hear us, but I'd like some feedback from the listeners if they've given it a try. I mean, can you feel the difference? Do you feel this energy? Because what this energy is doing is connecting you to Mother Gaia, connecting you to the earth. It is connecting your energy. Now, this is the thing about being grounded. Earth signs, so Virgos, Capricorns, Taurus, naturally grounded. If you have a lot of earth in your chart, which I do, I happen to have my rising sign and my moon sign are both earth signs. Those people are naturally grounded.
You lost me because I know I'm a Gemini, but I don't know earth, fire, sun. I don't know any of that. I was going to say crap, but I don't want to offend you. I don't know that side of it. Just,
Well, the signs are broken up into elements: earth, air, water, fire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, earth is kind of rigid. And fire, I would think that there's no explanation needed. It's given. And water, to me, water and earth are very similar water and air are very similar because water moves and changes directions, and air does too.
All of those just describe me, so.
Well, you're fiery. Luna!
We've got Luna and some Mallory's here.
Mal!
Yeah, I've never heard this either. That's why I was interested in discussing it on air, and she knew coming in. The show's called The Skeptic and the Psychic for a reason, so.
Yeah.
So
that's why, every individual's going to picture their grounding tube differently. They're going to need to feel that energy differently. And when you're picturing it in your mind's eye. You're imagining what it looks like. So, I mean, the reason I brought up that earth signs are kind of naturally grounded is because there are people who are just naturally grounded. For instance, somebody who walks on a tightrope, they're grounded. They're up in the air 200 feet on a thin rope, but their energy is grounded to the earth. So they're
I don't know if that's natural. Yeah, The Skeptic and the Psychic, hence the show title. People don't hate mail yet. But I don't know if it's natural because it's not like they're born and then just jump up there at 200 feet and are doing it. It slowly
progresses, right?
Yeah.
But people who are just kind of have a knack for things like that, who, so if you trip a lot, if you fall over nothing, you're not grounded. If you practice grounding daily, multiple times a day, because you're grounded.
If you trip with no medical reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No medical reason. If you don't have, vertigo, if you, don't suffer from something that could knock you off balance, like an ear infection, then, but if you're just walking along and trip, if you're just one of those klutzy kind of people, or if you've been described as a klutz, and it's not medical, it's honestly, it's because you haven't grounded your energy to the energy of the earth.
So let's ask a basic question for anybody listening that doesn't already know. What does grounding have to do with the paranormal?
Well, for me, I don't think it's paranormal. Now that I do it and I practice it daily, to me it's normal. I think it's put into the paranormal category by the muggles who don't see working with energy as a powerful
thing. Let's
rephrase.
How does grounding help you in paranormal investigating?
Okay. Well, grounding yourself to the earth makes you more aware. You're aware of your surroundings because you're now connected to the earth's energy. You're intertwining your energy with the earth energy. You're able to listen because the earth speaks to us all the time. I mean, scientists, the normal scientists have proven flowers have energy. Plants have energy. Trees sound like they're talking. And that's because they're so connected with the earth energy that the earth, the trees, the plants, the flowers are speaking through energy. Our bodies are energy. That's why our heartbeats show up on machines. We can rub static electricity, balloons on our head, and our hair's going to stand up. That's energy, energy, energy. I'm curious, if you rubbed a balloon on a dead person's head, if their hair would stand up. I'm saying not a newly dead person, but maybe somebody who, their body has been empty for a while, doesn't have that spirit energy. Because
my guess would be
energy.
Yes, but that's the skeptic side of me.
Oh, I want to know now. But, our souls are energy. So when you're going out paranormal investigating, you're talking to energy. By grounding yourself, you're telling these other energies, I am solid. And that's just the first step. It's like a 2-part process, because now you use your aura. You've grounded yourself and made yourself solid to the earth energy. And the earth energy, obviously, the earth being as large as it is going to be the most powerful energy that we can connect to in our physical bodies, being in our physical body. And then after you ground like this, you use your aura. And again, your aura is your energy field. And that you use that to protect yourself from other energies coming too close. And what you do is, now you're grounded, you're connected to the earth energy field, that your personal energy field, you can push that and your mind's eye see it as a circle around you. I have a friend that sees hers more of a triangle or a pyramid around her. I've heard of people picturing it as an egg around them. But by pushing out your aura and setting your intention to, this is my boundary. Like you were saying, when you go paranormal investigating, before you even start, you're setting your boundary with the ghosts.
Right.
You can talk to me this way. You cannot touch me. Well, what you're actually doing is you're pushing your aura out every time you set your boundary verbally. You may not know it like psychically or spiritually or however, woohoo, or this shit, however you want to explain it. But what you're doing is you're pushing your aura out and you're saying, you can't touch me. And so now you're just made a strong energy shield around yourself and they can't come through it. For psychically, I use it.
You have a show?
Hi,
hey,
Kate.
everybody, say hello to Kate. Kate just came in. Kate is used to working Saturday night, not Sunday. So Kate just walked in and she's like, you have a show on Sunday? Yeah, it's called The Skeptic and the Psychic. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific.
I have to remind my husband every Sunday, too.
Yeah, she rolled her eyes and walked out. She said, okay.
Whatever, Kate.
The sad part is that she's home every Sunday. I think she just got confused on the days.
But, every time you're paranormal investigating, you're setting your boundaries verbally, but you're setting them energetically. And that's...
Exactly, and I understand that, but even Nicole just said, for us, people that aren't mediums and stuff, you always hear this, and Nicole's saying it. I'm going to read exactly what she said. They say if you ground before investigating, negative energy can't attach to you, and etc. Well, what does ground... That's what I can't... Like, I understand the aura, pushing your aura out and setting boundaries verbally, because I do that. But I don't understand grounding is...
So say... Okay, my guides just gave me an image to explain. So when
Jen's on the hot seat. You're going to get the brunt of me as usual.
So if you imagine an aura bubble ungrounded, what my guide showed me was a little kid blowing bubbles, dipping their wand into bubbles and blowing it.
Yeah.
And they're just going anywhere and everywhere. So by grounding yourself, you're telling your energy, nope, you can't just float away. You are staying here and around me. My energy is staying here. My energy is protecting me. My energy is filtering out other energy.
So my energy is my energy,
mm-hmm.
and it's staying.
Yep, and it's strong, and no one else can take it, and it's protecting me. So you may go on a paranormal investigation, and you've grounded, and you've pushed your aura bubble out, and you've stated what your aura bubble is going to do, and you've set that intention, but you start feeling sick. Well, now imagine if you didn't have that aura bubble. You'd probably be puking your guts up because there's a spirit trying to make you sick. So you may get part of it, but not all of it. And so say that did happen, what I would say is drop your grounding tube, send it down to the center. And when I say drop your grounding tube, that's with the intent that you're asking the universe and the earth to now recycle that grounding tube. And as you drop it, yes, send out a new one simultaneously. So now you're regrounding, strengthening it, because grounding tubes get worn out. And now you're able to bring energy up from the earth, because earth energy is neutral. It's not good, it's not bad, it's neutral. It doesn't help, it doesn't hurt, it's neutral. And you're able to start absorbing that neutral energy and then turning it into what you want to turn it into, and that's protective energy. It's kind of like a new battery. When your batteries get old, you put new ones in, you got new energy. Well, grounding gives you more energy for your aura.
See, now what about the people that say grounding just makes you part, you're with earth,
Well, yeah. But think about all the energy that comes out of the earth to make one flower grow. Because the earth is using the energy of the soil,
right,
using the nutrients of the soil that the earth has naturally created. So now you're tapping into that energy and you're turning it into whatever you want. You're turning it into protection. So that's why I'm saying, versus if you're not grounded, your aura is not protecting you, and a negative spirit is able to make you so sick you throw up. But if you are grounded and you're just feeling kind of sick to your stomach, you can re-ground yourself, re-strengthen your aura, and all the sickness goes away.
So if you don't ground yourself, if you don't ground yourself, can you still protect yourself aura-wise and push because...
So then that's the bubbles. You
right.
blow the bubbles and they just fly away. Well, can you imagine being... Now they're showing me those machines with the ball. It goes ding, 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 and you push the buttons on the side and it has the... Pinball. Now different energies can just bounce you around like a pinball. And you start picking up stuff from them, and you're not able to replenish your aura because you're not grounded and connecting with neutral energy that you can turn into protective energy.
I just don't. I mean, I've done the grounding and just it's different, I guess, in my head than either your meaning or you're explaining because.
Okay, so you need me to explain it a different way.
No, I don't. They might, and the listeners might, but like...
I can't see chat. It's not loading for me.
Yeah, it's acting up for me too. It like pops up every once in a while, to be honest. But,
the last thing I see is...
saying you need to ground and protect yourself in order for either one to work? I mean, because I don't ground the way you are talking.
Right.
But yet, in all the investigations we've done, we've only been followed home once. So, is it more intent?
It is intent. Because if you feel better grounding through your feet, like you see roots.
That's how I...
Yeah, you see roots growing. You see roots growing out of your feet. A lot of people do that. But you're still bringing in earth energy.
Yeah.
So this is just a style that worked great for me. And if you've been trying to ground, for anyone who's been trying to ground with their feet and it just doesn't feel like it's working, this is another style. Way. Yeah, just to try.
Because I also have to mentally ground every day of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Just to deal with people, just to deal with drama, just to deal with life. I have to mentally do this, and it's not my feet are on the ground. It's mentally. It
puts you in a place of neutrality, because it's neutral energy. So that way, if somebody's being an asshole, you just reground yourself and you're like, all of a sudden I don't really care so much.
And for those listening, it's not that instant. Sometimes it takes some of us a couple days to get over people being assholes, especially when they're assholes over and over again. And cheers.
Oh, I have my legs crossed so long now my ankle's stiff.
Oh, I hate that. It's hard. I mean, none of this is instant for me, but
it's practice.
I do things one way, you do things another way. My sister Nicole might do things one way. Michelle and Chet might do things one way.
Yeah.
This is why this is so important. So we learn different techniques and different.
Yes.
We are verbal, and
yes,
when we're at location saying, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do, you cannot come with us. But I also am a visual person with the bubble, as we call it.
See, when somebody's yelling at you, we'll use verbal as an example. If you don't have your aura protection up, the words are just coming at you like arrows of energy, and they're just pounding into you and, onto you and hurting you. You push up your aura. Now those arrows of negativity are bouncing off the aura bubble. Bing, bing, bing. They're not penetrating into you where they're bringing you down. Have you ever seen somebody get yelled at who doesn't have an aura up?
For some people, what you call aura, and I understand aura, but what you call aura, some of us might consider some kind of mental defense.
They
might not see it as that aura, the color. Most people are like, oh, you're happy, green. You're scared, yellow. Those are not the right colors. I know that. People don't yell at me. I'm just...
Don't message her later.
Yeah.
This is examples.
Some of us just mentally project that, and it's not a color. It's not, so this is why it's important to discuss different techniques and stuff, but it's also hard.
Show up as colors and pictures.
For some people, not all.
Yeah, and some people can see aura colors.
Yeah.
But it's an energy. It's a feeling. It's an intent, like you said. What if I
decide I want what is happy? If somebody's happy, what aura color? Do you know offhand?
Honestly, I don't have them memorized.
All right, that's fine.
For me, I would see it, and then I would ask my guides what it means. Because
so what if, say in general it's red, which it's not, people. And I'm like, hey, I want to project my aura as purple. I mean, is it different for everybody, or is it a generalization, or can each medium, psychic, blah,
I would
blah,
say if you're if you're using your intuition, whether you believe it's a psychic intuition or you call it your gut instinct, if you're using intuition, well, I would say it would, and we were to take a picture of your aura with an aura camera, I would say your aura is, especially around your shoulders and your head, is going to look very indigo and purple colors, because those are the chakras that you're using, your third eye and your crown chakra. You're really using those for your intuition. So it's going to change like that.
So Michelle says orange, which I think she means that would be the happy color. And Nicole's asking, Jen, where did you learn all this?
Classes. I found a. I have joined 2 different classes. In the first class, I didn't really learn anything from, so everyone's got to find a teacher that they click with. As far as aura colors, I've been reading about that since I was 15. But
I've heard of aura cameras, but I don't know that much about them. There's supposedly a certain type of camera and certain kind of light that helps reflect that aura better, because Nicole's asking, what's an aura camera? I don't understand how it works, but I have heard
I don't
understand if it works, to be honest, but again, I'm the skeptic. If I don't do it by myself, I don't know.
I don't know the science behind it either. All I know is one time I've had my picture taken with the aura, it was with a computer. And they just pointed the camera that was plugged into their laptop at me. And when she read, the psychic who read the picture, read it, it was exactly how I was feeling.
Yeah, see, I just recently, within a month, heard of these. So I have no expertise, no thoughts, no opinions on these, because it's so new to me that I have no negative, I don't know.
This is the thing is, you can read what the colors mean, and then that's what they'll mean to you, and then that's what you'll see if you're looking at somebody and you are able to see auras. For me, when I see a color, I ask my guides to tell me what the color means. Because a lot of people will tell you blue is a healer. But then I've heard other psychics say, when I see blue around somebody, it means they're a psychic. I actually had a psychic say that about me.
Yeah, but then
she's like,
I also hear people say that shit about orbs that is non-existent. So, the same way I feel about spirits. A spirit means this, a ghost means that. Until we know, we don't know. So we're just going to take all this knowledge and put it together and do the best we can.
And that's what I do with my guides. Like for me, green means a healer. If I see green around somebody, I know they're a healer.
Yeah, but you're a medium. So is that? Yeah. I've heard that before many, many times about the green and the hair. But is that because you're a medium and that's just how you interpret it, or is it universal?
That's how I interpret it.
This is why I ask all mediums that come on any of these shows the same questions, because I'm gathering knowledge for myself.
It could be totally different. Green could be somebody is envy. But this is the thing is, I could see a different shade of green, but I know there's one certain shade of green. I see it. I'm telling you, that person's a nurse or a doctor. And if I ask them, they're going to say yes. That's just what I see.
I hear if I'm looking green at the most, which is funny. I know I'm not supposed to agree with you always on the show, but that's one thing. That is the most I hear, because obviously I don't see color like that, but I hear green. You can tell it resonated with me, because I'm like, yes, I agree.
So the thing about auras that I have heard across the board that everyone agrees on, that I actually don't agree on, is that you never see white. And I don't agree with that at all.
So the one thing I saw, the camera thing, that person did have the white around it. So it was a one-time thing for me. And it was online. It wasn't like in person.
And I mean, even my teacher that I took classes with that taught me how to, what my classes did was teach me how to work with my gifts. If somebody hands you a book in Spanish and tells you to read it, if you don't know the alphabet, so if you don't know A, B, C, Ch, D, E, F, if you don't know what the sounds are, you can't read it. So she basically taught me what my sounds, what my feelings. She gave me the confidence in how to interpret them. She basically, guided me until I started realizing my guides had been guiding me this whole time.
So can only mediums, that's where I was going before I went off my little tangent, sorry. Can only mediums read auras? Because that's what I was getting at. Like, can a medium see it as green, as a healer, but somebody that reads just
that's a great
auras?
Question. I think it's a psychic medium gift. I think it's, I wouldn't say all mediums can, but I wouldn't say all psychics can. But
why don't you explain?
I think it's getting used to it.
How does that go? You think all mediums are psychics, but not all psychics are medium, which most people agree with. So
yes.
But so can somebody that's not a medium read auras?
I think that if you were to take a picture because you had the program or whatever it is, I'm sure there's an app for it. I'm sure there's some software, that you can download that helps
people
catch
spectrums. People are not talking about the flare
spectrums.
camera. This is something totally different.
Yeah, but I would say it's got to be along the same sort of spectrumal application like a flare camera does. It has to do with light spectrums, but I'm not a programmer.
Yeah, but flare reads heat, so
yeah, but it needs a program to teach it to read heat.
Yeah,
but I would say you could memorize what they mean, like you can memorize what tarot cards mean and read it. But for someone who can actually see auras with their eyes, they are definitely vibrating on a different frequency. And that's the most neutral way I can think of saying that they know how to work with energy. And I mean, you could be a Reiki or a Shambhala healer, which are both energy healing practices, and be able to see auras.
What is a Shambhala? That's one I've never heard.
It's, I believe it's from India. It's a sort of practice from India.
Like kind of shaman type line?
No, shamanism, I think, originated, that word is not Native American. It's, I want to say it's German or Russian. Somebody will say in chat. Somebody will know.
Yeah. All right. So while they're listening, well, Michelle's really filling in here. We'll have to have Michelle on sometime.
That specific word.
Yeah. Michelle says, I think that everyone is in tune with their gifts and is able to see aura. I don't feel like you can have to be a medium specifically.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
I can't
and I
see
agree
it,
that way.
let me tell you, I can feel your aura.
Yeah.
I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium.
Yes.
I'm nothing special, but I can.
But you're in tune with energy.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
I feel your energy, but I can't see it.
If you're vibrating at a certain, I mean, you walk in a room after an argument, you can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I hate
energy.
Walmart. Same thing.
And that's why I say like for Walmart, I have a specific aura bubble I put on before I go into Walmart. And you know what? I like shopping at Walmart.
There goes the F-bomb. There's no fucking bubble big enough for the Walmart in my town. Let me tell you. I could be in one of those hamster ball bubble things and go into. There's no protection for this one.
See, and you visualize it like a hamster ball. You visualize it like the John Travolta, the boy in the bubble.
Kind of. I said that more for effect, but
But
I can just physically be like, this is how close I'll let people, whether it's emotionally, or there's only a certain distance I'll let people get to me physically too. I'm not a warm and loving. I'm not a warm, lovey-dovey kind of person, so you can feel my energy as you approach, and you know when to stop, because that I put out there.
Unless you're me, and I would just go hug Shay anyway.
I slap you, though.
I'd pick her up, and I'd spin her around, and I'd say, wee!
Have you seen my ass? There's no way little old you could pick me up, let me tell you.
I would pick you up. One time I was in, so let me just say, you have your version of what your aura bubble looks like. Now, I want you to be able to imagine what your aura bubble is capable of. And that's why I'm telling you this.
Yeah.
I'm in Home Depot. And there's this girl walking towards Ethan and I, and she's paying zero attention. She's staring at her phone. And I know she's going to run into us. So I push my aura out, and I swear to God, exactly where I pictured my aura, as soon as she got there, she diverted and went around us. And as she was getting ready to pass us, that's when she saw us, because she kind of jumped a little bit. And
Yes, but see,
that's what you can do with the energy. I mindfully put that energy into my aura bubble to move that girl around me.
So I guess some of us are just wrong when we assume that aura is only a color, because from what you're describing, mine is a feeling that I put out. It's almost as if I put my arm out, and you guys can't see me because we're not on video, but I put my arm out and I'm like, okay, that's close enough. And the closer somebody gets to me, the more I sweat and the more I want to hit them.
And see, even though no one's ever told you this, that's exactly what I was taught. Is you put your arms out to your side.
That's where that's my safe. Yeah.
And your aura bubble should be big enough around that you can, if you wanted to touch it, you'd have to lean over just a little bit to touch it with your fingerprints. It should be an arm's length giant bubble around you.
So
and you just naturally know to do that, because it's just that gut instinct that naturally taught you to do that. And that's why I say you tap into your psychic gifts as well as everybody else without even thinking about it.
So just as if everything else in this the paranormal field, it's all open for interpretation.
Yes.
Sometimes we mean the same thing, but we just use a different metaphor, a different simile to explain it.
Yes.
But it all comes down to intent, what you believe, and how you verbalize it, because that's what I'm hearing.
Yes. And I mean, because aura isn't just about color. Unless you're having your aura read by someone who can see the colors, then they're going to focus on that. One of the exercises I did when I was learning to control my aura is we had some dowsing rods. And we were told to think of something happy. Well, my partner, she was a good, I don't know, like I would have had to take 10, 12, maybe 15 steps to reach her. And my teacher said, okay, now think of something happy and start walking towards your partner. And as soon as the dowsing rod's open, that means your aura's reached it. Well, I thought about the first time I held my first child, and I didn't even have to take a step. Those dowsing rods opened in her hands, because that's how big I pushed my aura out. And so now, if you're in the room, hopefully you're going to feel that happiness and just pick up a high from my energy of happiness I've just put out. But imagine now I'm pissed and I'm pushing that energy out. That's where you, making sure you're grounded, making sure you have your own aura protection. It doesn't matter how much I push my aura out. Your aura is protecting you from whatever energy I'm sending out with my aura.
All right. Yeah, I get that. It's just kind of a matter of, all right.
And that's why I'm saying, so you can be around someone who's angry for a while, and it's going to wear at your aura, and then it's going to start wearing at, your protection aura. So when I'm saying aura, I'm meaning protection, or the energy, not the color.
Yeah.
And then it's going to start wearing at your grounding tube. Once your protection bubble starts breaking down, it's going to start breaking down that grounding tube. So that's why I'm saying you reground, bam, your energy's back, so you can push out your protection again and start filtering it out. Now, there's some people who are just toxic, that no matter what you do, you're only filtering out a percentage anyway. And because I mean, some people you can filter out 100%. Some people 20, some people 50, some people 70, but someone who's really, really toxic, you're probably filtering out, maybe only 10% of their toxicity. So that's when I would say,
up, I think.
Yeah, remove yourself from that situation. Run your energy with your higher self energy. And I mean, I've also been taught on how to change energy in a room. I don't practice it exactly the way I was taught. I would love to, teach you guys sometime how I was taught. But this is the thing is, if you're grounded, you can do anything. because you're now securing yourself to your physical self, to the physical ground, energetically though. And then you can pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, you can affect the energy around you. A good Reiki practitioner is definitely grounded. That healer guy that's on TLC, that dude is grounded.
What healer guy?
I can't remember the name of the show. It's only been one season so far. Football players who can jump, 5 feet in the air, catch a ball and land on their feet, those people are grounded.
All right, well, here's the skeptic side of me. Who says that's from grounding? Maybe it's just practice. How do
I think being highly confident makes you naturally ground yourself. That's just what my guides have told me. That's just what I understand, is that being highly confident, you're just naturally grounded.
See, I think I think it's along the same lines. We just explain it differently.
Yes.
I think that's a lot of paranormal investigators, psychic mediums.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see past the words, if you can see past what they're saying and just see what they mean. I'm big on metaphors. I get metaphors, similes. I get using this to explain that. And so if you can look past somebody's words, what are their actions saying? That I think we would all make a bigger step forward, because although I've given you a hard time every step of the way tonight, but that's what the show's about, I want everybody to see where you're coming from and me coming from and better understanding. But I just think sometimes in the paranormal field, whether it's metaphysical, ghosts, aliens, Bigfoot, whatever, I don't care, but look past the words and try to understand the point they're trying to make, even if we don't always explain it the same way you would. And I think we'd be
just
making progress.
Yeah, just because you're not using the same vocabulary doesn't mean you're not trying to get to the same point. I mean, people say, "Oh, I see what you're saying" all the time. Well, do you really see what people are saying? No, you hear it. You see it in your mind's eye, but you hear it with your ears. Yep. So it's more like, I hear what you're saying, not,
You can totally turn somebody off by using one wrong word.
And that's a shame. Yeah. Because if you want to be an open-minded person, that means that you have to listen to the way somebody explains it. And then I love it
all the time, and I'm a good person and I'm open-minded. But if something is said in the wrong way, something in me, and it's not on purpose, but something in me will just shut down and be
you're human.
Yeah.
But so I see on your face, when we talk, I can see on your face you thinking. And always. You don't realize you're doing it, but I see your eyes look up. And that's a sign of thinking or picturing.
I'm a visual
something.
Person.
Yeah.
I'm a visual person.
You're looking up and you're visualizing it. But you're processing it. You're contemplating it. And then you come back with a question. And I don't think you're as closed-minded as you think you are.
I don't think I am either. I wanted to use me as an example instead of throwing somebody under the bus, somebody else. But it does happen. If somebody says it the wrong way, I'm like, I'm not sure. So I try to put myself not only in the words they're saying, but in their position. Like, okay, this is their outlook. Are they still trying to explain the same thing as I am and just using different words? I don't know if we got way off subject, but I'm just trying to
we didn't
explain how I process things.
So Kim says she's a happy person when she walks into Walmart and a very angry bitch by the time she leaves.
I can't see anything. Okay, sorry.
So I'm going to explain to Kim. Yep. The town I live in, I have been to Walmart maybe 3 or 4 times until I came up with the perfect aura bubble for Walmart. And so what I do before I walk in, I reground. Just so you guys know, I ground my car. You can ground your house. You can ground. What I was taught is the only thing you can do to somebody else without their permission is ground them. Is give them a grounding tube. But I will reground myself before I walk into Walmart, and I'll push my aura bubble out. But then inside of my aura bubble, I have bubbles, little like blowing bubbles. And as people bump into my aura bubble, I can hear boom, like that sound effect, boom, 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 like a bouncing ball. And my aura will move, and it'll bump into the little bubbles inside the aura. And as the little bubbles start floating around and bumping into each other, they multiply. And anybody who bumps into my bubbles gets to feel what my little bubbles feel like, and they're giggles. So when my tiny bubbles inside of my aura bubble bounce into each other, they giggle, and then they burst into more giggles. And that's what I imagine when I just imagine all the little happy giggles bouncing around and smiles and happiness that comes out every time a bubble pops into more bubbles. Because they never pop and explode. They multiply. Kind of like in Harry Potter. And I just want to make your eyes roll. And I like to think that when people bump into my aura bubble at Walmart, that I'm actually making them happy. And I will walk by people and like intentionally kind of send them a giggle bubble, and they will look up and smile at me because I'm changing that energy.
See, you know? Somebody walks into my quote unquote giggle bubble, and the look on my face says it all. So I can't hide my facial expressions as people hear all the time.
Now, I'll tell you, if I don't have my happy bubble or my giggle bubble, I think I might have to change the name to giggle bubble.
Yeah, but is that around your benefit? Because they don't know.
Well, yeah.
Happy bubble, giggle. That's just how you feel it. That's how you describe it. Because for me, it's a distance. It's like.
For me, it's for my benefit. Because no matter what anybody else is feeling, I'm feeling happy, damn it. I'm going to smile, and I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to hear little giggles, and I'm going to feel little tickles, and I'm going to tickle. No, I'm going to have fun. And no one else is going to bother me. And if I could share a little bit of my fun, then I'm going to do it. That's the way I work with that energy.
So do we just practice projecting our quote-unquote bubble a little further each time? Because that's how I envision it. Like, okay, this.
You can't, yeah. I mean, that's good. You can see your aura as small and growing. When people flinch, what you don't realize is that you're actually pulling your aura in. So if I flinch, I'm teaching myself. I don't do it all the time. I'm getting better at it, though, where I'll just push my aura.
Letting your guard down.
Yeah. Like if somebody swerves and almost hits me,
yeah,
I will push my aura back out real fast because I keep an aura bubble around my car when I drive. The one around my car, though, because I drive a little 2-door car, the aura bubble around my car looks like a big old army tank. Because even if I were to get in a wreck, that aura bubble is going to absorb most of the energy and protect me. Like I've mentioned, I've been in 2 car accidents in my car. Yeah. I did not get hurt in either one. Either one. Nothing. Not even a stiff neck the next day. And
so it was either because of your oral. It was either because of your aura bubble or good luck.
Or you could say that my aura bubble is good luck.
Yeah, true. I just, I'm going with the name of the show. I'm supposed to act like a skeptic.
It's all right.
I'm not acting, people. I am a skeptic. I'm skeptical. I'm a believer. I'm just skeptical.
That's okay. I have high vibrational living. Preach it, Michelle. Yep. Hallelujah, Sister Michelle. She knows that high vibrational living.
We will we'll have to do another show like this really soon. I know so far we have at least 2 guests in January, so
We do?
Yeah. You forget to read messages when you reply. You skipped right over all my messages and just, went on with your
Don't get mad at me. Do not get mad at me right now, because I know you're going to get mad at me right now. I swear to God, I'll read it and I'll think, she'll remind me. Okay. And she said, okay, Sid. I'm like, yeah, she'll remind me.
I do. Sometimes. Hey, I think this is the first Sunday in a long time I didn't say, Jed, I'm going to fucking kill you.
You don't say that, do you? I don't remember you saying that.
Oh, maybe not to your face. No. Sometimes on the weekend she's like, what are we talking about? I'm like, it's been scheduled for like a month.
It's all right. It's not like I haven't heard I'm going to kill you before.
I think it with all the love in my heart when I say it, though.
I know. But
I wanted to kill you, if that makes you feel better.
Can I ask you to consider doing me a favor? Just consider. You and Nicole.
I might be all out of favors, but for you, I might try.
And I'm not saying, and I'd like Nicole to consider it as well.
Oh, geez.
If you guys would
now you're pushing it, both of us.
Consider trying to ground from your root chakra.
I just do it
next
differently.
Time. Well, just give it a try with each other, and do the little thing I explained at the beginning.
Do not give Nicole permission to be pushing me.
Well, nicely,
Nicole.
Nicole.
On that because I deserve it, and she'll be pushing me, and then you'll see me. You'll see the pictures. Nicole will send you a picture of my ass on the ground and her laughing.
Don't shove her hard, Nicole. She's laughing in chat.
Oh, I'm sure. Do not. Yeah. Jen does not have permission to give. Jen does not have permission to give anybody else permission to push Shay down because Shay is old and fragile. And with a big ass, it's hard for Shay to get back up off the ground.
Well, at least there's cushion when you fall. And can I just say, fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round.
Yeah. Is there, since there's a little delay here, if you have any more questions on this topic or anything else, since we're being so open.
Oh, I'm into a big butt, Shay.
Thank you. Mind you, Jen sees me every Sunday with no shower since Friday night.
Really?
She says to me, I saw you on that show, that video show you did. How come you never do your hair and makeup for me? I'm like, really? She did. She's like, yeah, I saw you. You were on the video. I saw you. You did your hair and makeup, and you don't do it for me. It was coincidence, because I do live feeds in my pajamas with no makeup. Well, not anymore, but I used to a lot. So I don't care. I am what I am.
I love you. And I love that you ask questions about this. Because like you said, and Nicole said, you guys ground and protect yourselves all the time. You just use different words to describe it.
I try to ask questions, even if I understand what you're saying. I try to ask questions as if I don't.
Yeah.
Just sometimes my facial expressions give away what I mean and what I don't mean.
Because you're a good host.
Yeah. I'm a piece of work.
With the mostest.
You have numbers ready? We didn't plan any.
Numbers.
I'm waiting to see if anybody has, but it takes us 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to get the numbers right.
So if you do the numbers now, we have plenty of time.
I'm getting them. All right. So, let's talk about the LGBT National Hotline. That is 1-888-843-4564. And you guys know we're not affiliated with them. We just support everybody not being alone or not needing to feel like they're alone. So the LGBT National Hotline is serving callers of all ages, youth and adult, peer counseling information, and they'll give you local resources of where to go. So again, that's 1-888-843-4564. Dead air. Dead
air doesn't bother me as much because I'm the host and I'm not listening to it on the other end. So,
hey, Pat, Mama Pat joined in. Well, thank you anyways. We don't care if you're late. Hers can come whenever she wants.
That's right.
She gave us Kelly. She grew Kelly in her belly.
That's better than how I was going to word it. We'll go with yours. I forget where I was going before that. No problem.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Crazy? Were you going to crazy? Were you going to hell in a bucket?
I already been and was dumped out and went back to hell in a bucket.
Don't doubt.
I never even asked Pat if it was okay that I called her Mama Pat on the radio. I just do.
Well, Kelly gave us permission.
Oh. And then there's, I love when people give permission.
I actually kind of feel like an asshole. I just, for some reason, I don't know why Facebook never tells me when people friend request me, but it doesn't. And I tapped on the friend button just on accident.
It has an Apple. And we all
no, it's the Facebook app.
Oh, sure.
And it showed me that Pat had friend requested me, and I was like, well, I'm an asshole. I didn't say yes, so I said yes.
I miss a lot. I miss, I'll get one, and then
Brian's
pop up.
Here! I'm sorry. You know, I get excited when our Irish friend comes in.
Brian, the luck of the Irish. I've been practicing that. Was that any good?
It was pretty good for me. I mean, he might think you've shamed his people.
Yeah,
but
my mass accent.
I think it's good.
So, hey, you guys have any questions for us? You guys?
I don't think they do.
Maybe not about the show title, but if you have any questions, put them in quick.
What is our show title? I didn't even see it. Did she say?
Grounding in Auras.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me harassing Jen.
I was gonna put Jen and Shay with a bunch of dumb shit, but it's frowned upon.
A bunch of dumb shit.
Hi, Sherry Ann. I like that name.
I like Sherry Ann's name too.
Yes, I wonder why I like it though.
He says his internet hasn't been lucky lately. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
Michelle.
She spells it with an I, but besides the Y, it's spelled exactly like mine.
Oh, is your middle name Michelle with a Y?
No,
what do you
Sherry
mean?
Ann is my real name.
Chetty Ann?
In case you forgot. Sherry Ann and Shay are the same person. People forget that, but they are.
Sha.
Not the Sherry Ann in chat right now.
Sha.
No. Yeah, it's Sha. Shay and Sha and Sherry Ann and Sherry and Bitch Face. They're all the same person.
Oh, will you stop? You are not a bitch. Get over it. I mean, Nicole might think you are because she's your sister, and she's your little sister, and you boss her around because that's what big sisters do.
No, actually,
but I think
I stopped bossing her around a long time ago.
Really? Because I still boss my sister around.
I don't have to. We see eye to eye on so much.
Oh, well, I have to boss her around just for the sake of being ornery.
Well, such is life, right?
Because she's a Leo, and Leos hate that shit.
These guys at the end just came in at the right time because we were mostly serious throughout the show, which is a big deal for us. Sure. And now we're at the end and we're messing off, and they came in. So
I take my spiritual practices pretty seriously. I have to say, I because it's important to me, and the thing is you can ground however you want. You can make your aura look however you want, because and if you want me, if you're like, hey, what color is my aura? I'll try and see it, but I'm not going to give you any memorized answer. I'm going to tell you what my guides are saying.
Yeah.
Because that's how I read. I just kind of move over and let them read.
Sometimes if you know me, most of the people in chat, most, not all, most people know that I take certain things very seriously, but as serious as I can be, I'm going to have fun when we're doing shows. I'm going to have a little fun when we do investigations. I'm going to be sarcastic because that's who I am. Because I'm a single mom. I have been serious about that for so long that when I'm allowed to mess around, I'm gonna mess around. And plus, I'm old now, so it's just like, this is who I am. But
will you stop saying you're old? Because I'm older than you, and I'm not
it sucks
old.
to be you. It sucks.
I'm not old. You can be old if you want. You can be the old lady. You can be the old grouchy lady yelling, "Get off my lawn!"
No, that's Benji. Male. He's not a lady. I don't know. Brittany, is he?
But in his robe. Remember, he says he yells it while he's wearing his robe.
Yeah.
I can totally see him out there with a Batman mask on.
I owe you an apology. Now that everybody's in chat, I tried making fun of both of us Friday, and I was like, "Yeah, Matt calls us," and I meant to say, I
got it. I understood it.
The psycho and the
psychic,
or the skeptic and the psycho. But both times I called you the psycho. And
I
wondered why Luna and Kelly got so quiet. They didn't know what to say. And then I was like, I realized after, I'm like, oh, I said that wrong.
Oh, no, I understood you, girl. I knew he was calling you psycho, not me.
Oh, no. It's fair. He takes turns.
You know, man, I haven't even known you that long.
So
I haven't even known Matt that long. I don't feel like Matt could call me that yet. I haven't gone crazy on him once.
Maybe he says it for my benefit.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe he's psychic. Maybe he just knows you're psycho. Welcome
now, have
to
you been talking to my
husband? Edition of The Skeptic and the Psycho. Next week, join us on
the Psycho and the Skeptic.
You see,
the Psycho and the Psychic. The Psychic and the Psycho.
Next week on The Psycho and the Psycho, we will be discussing, we have no idea because Jen tells me 2 hours before the show starts.
No, we're not having a show next weekend because it's Christmas weekend, everyone. So we would love to spend it with you, but we're going to spend it with our families instead.
I won't. I will be home alone.
Aww.
I hope you feel bad for canceling our show. You're off with your family having a good time, and Shay will be sitting here in front of the Christmas tree alone. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't feel bad.
I'm just kidding.
Well, if you want,
Thanks,
you could do the show with Pat, with Mama Pat.
Ooh.
She's looking at chat, you guys.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was reading the
Pat. She wasn't trying to get out of that, Pat. She was looking at chat.
Pat on the show though.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That would make my Sunday. That's the only way I'll do a show next Sunday by myself. Is if Mama Pat.
So the skeptic.
No pressure though.
Wait, I got the name. The skeptic.
Mama Pat said,
The skeptic and the mama of a psychic.
Yeah, there we go.
That could be the special evening show name. Michelle says she'll be available. No, Michelle, when you're coming on, I'm going to be on too. Don't make me yell at you again. Yeah. I want to talk to her too. Right. She just loves you, apparently.
Everybody loves me. They just tolerate you. No.
Fuck you.
Jen and I are real friends because I do that. Yeah, there we go.
No one else can see you, but I did the Ross double fist, sideways fist thing. She says she has to go pick up her brother next Sunday night. So, sorry, she's too cool for you too.
She really is. She is too cool for me.
So no show next weekend, you guys.
I do have a show Friday.
Friday night, yeah. Well, who's going to be on with you Friday? Ailita?
Huh?
Is Ailita your guest?
Yes, with special host Kelly McCarville.
Nice.
Ailita, Kinley will be back, yes.
Well, I am very excited for Kelly. She is actually going to be starting. She's announced on social media, so I feel comfortable saying it. It's not with us. It's with Girls versus Ghosts, another great podcast. But Kelly's going to be joining their podcast family and starting her own podcast. I'm super excited for her.
Yes. I'm so excited. I'm even more excited. It's on a night and time that I'm kind of available.
What night is it?
I think she said Wednesdays at 9.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
9 Eastern, I think. Don't quote me, guys. Oh, Mama Pat. When is her?
Help us.
When is her? I think it will be it's sometime in January. I think, unless that's a different show. So that's my cat. Can you hear my cat knocking on the door? I hear you knocking, but you can't.
I hear the cat meowing.
Yeah, it's something.
I don't know if everyone else can. I can. Yeah, but it's on Wednesdays, she said, after the first of the year.
Yep, I thought so. Okay, but you know my brain. Sometimes I forget and I get things mixed up. So.
Well, I'm going to practice saying wolf now, so I say it with an L.
Yeah, because when you say wolf, that's what a dog does. Woof, woof.
See, I hear myself saying wolf.
No,
wolf,
there you go.
Wolf.
Wolf.
I'm actually...
Massachusetts.
My Cherokee, there's 5 tribes of the Cherokee Nation, and I am from the Wolf clan.
So there you go. There you go. If you missed the middle or the beginning of the show, it's pretty good. Now we're just being us, but
Wolf wants to
the
chase
cat out.
He wants to chase the cat.
No comment.
My pizza's cold now.
No comment.
Well, are we going to do shout-outs? You going to do shout-outs?
Oh, you're eating. I'll do shout-outs.
Mallory, that's enough out of you.
Massachusetts. Mallory. Don't give Mallory a hard time. I love
She
Mallory.
says Massachusetts. Hey, so what? So what if I say Mass takes 2 shits?
Mass barely gives 1. Never mind 2. I'm going to give some shout-outs here because, see, this is why I started goodbyes 15 minutes ago, because I know us.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? We love you guys.
It's not a complaint. It's just an observation. We have my favorite stepdaughter in the whole world, Mallory. We have Wolf. We have Brian, who brought us some luck tonight. I hate scrolling. Of course, we have Mama Pat in the house. We have Michelle, who's been here all night. Michelle was the first person in chat tonight.
It's Michelle.
Michelle. Who beat Kim in chat. That doesn't happen often.
I know.
Sherry Ann. Again, I love your name, Sherry Ann. I wonder why. But I do. Love your name. Of course, my partner in crime, my sister, my love, Nicole was in here.
I just want to say that every time you say my partner in crime, I seriously am expecting you to say my name next, not Nicole's, but what ifs?
No, she is my true partner in crime, you know, in everything we do. Like, we have some girl named Jen B in there, some bitch named Shay in there. Hey, I only dropped the F-bomb, I think, once or twice tonight. I'm getting better. We have Miss Luna, who was a guest last Friday. That was an awesome time, too.
And for everybody who didn't come and chat, and for everyone who's going to listen later, we appreciate you just as much, and we hope that you will join us in chat. You're all welcome. Everybody in chat, super welcoming.
I'm sure Matt's listening. Some reason Spreaker's not showing me the hearts. That's usually when I know Matt's listening.
Yeah, I can actually see Maddie's face.
Yeah. Matt's probably driving right now, but again, some love and prayers to his family.
Please.
So, if I missed anybody, it's not on purpose. That's why I usually give the other person on the show the chance to do the last shout-outs. So we don't miss anybody, but
you needed a turn.
Just because you're still in your face.
Well, I'm starving. It's dinner time in California.
Yes. I know. It's 9:30 here and 6:30 there.
I certainly wouldn't do it if I was a guest on somebody's show, but since it's half my show, I'm eating my cold piece of pizza.
You're not the first co-host to disappear because at least you're still talking.
I'm not eating so loud you can hear it, right?
No, well, I don't know. I only use one earbud. They might be able to.
I hope they can't. Then I feel really bad.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. I love doing this to her. She's always like, sometimes we get so into the show, I forget I'm the one who controls the controls, and I forget to end the show. Even though we've said goodbye 6 times, I'm just so into the conversation, whether it's with Miss Jen or in the chat, that I forget I'm the one who has to actually end the show.
You are. Hey, thank you for being on the show with me tonight.
You're very welcome. Thank you for showing up.
You're welcome.
Join us in 2 weeks. Oh, I don't have my calendar.
Kelly's going to be on. Kelly McCarville's going to be on with us in 2 weeks.
30th, right, though. Is it the 30th?
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
And then 2 weeks after that, we have a guest. And then the week after that, we have a guest. So there's some interesting, fun stuff coming up. And I appreciate everybody putting up with us, because that's hard to do. Never mind one at a time, but both of us at the same time.
Hey, I'm pretty fucking lovable, man.
Yeah. Says you. On that note, all right, guys, good night. I will see you Friday, and we will see you here in 2 weeks. She'd say, she's waving. Her mouth.
Night.
She's waving.
For more information regarding what Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram.